After years, seriously years, like a decade of struggling with making music my career and coaching other people through this, it's usually not the music quality that we are worried about that's holding us back. That's what we mostly think. We think that if we have good enough music, it's going to sell itself. But we come to realize that when we create careers and businesses out of our music, we don't have any business skills. We don't know how to market. We don't know how to do sales. We don't know how to operate a business. And this is the thing that holds most music producers back from being able to do this full time. So I want to talk to you in this video about the quickest business model in order to start making a lot of money as a music producer and getting your career off the ground. There's a million ways you can make money as a music producer with sync licensing, selling beats, leasing beats, getting placements, whatever it is. There's a ton of different ways and they all have monetary value. They all work. Some work just slower than others. And this is one of the quickest ways I've found to grow my career. And so on this channel, we talk a lot about different business models, different ways to create wealth out of your music, different ways to produce, different ways to mix. And if that's something you're into and you want to improve your music, your business skills, and create a career out of your music, subscribe to this channel where I drop a lot more information about how to do this. Before I get started on telling you what the business model is, can we just all agree on one concept first? The quicker that you earn more money, the faster a business is built. It's a simple concept, but it makes sense, right? The faster you earn money, every business needs capital in order to operate. And the faster you build that capital, the more capital that you can build, the faster you can build your business. You can start to delegate things. You can build a team. You can start to run ads. You can start paying for promotion. Everything grows faster at scale when you're able to get more money in the door first. So can we all agree on that? Okay. As obvious as this is, the quickest way to build wealth within your music business is to sell high-ticket products and high-ticket services. So let me explain. This is the point which every business owner wants to reach, is start selling things for more expensive. They tell you to start selling your beats for $20, $30, even work for free at first so that you can build that portfolio and you can start charging more and more as you get well known. This is all a myth. Here's the truth. Your clientele, no matter how great your accolades are, the credits, the placements, that's all cool and that helps you. It benefits you in certain ways to build a little bit of leverage because of back-end credit. But the thing is, what your client is looking for is a solution to their problem. And if you can deliver on that solution better than somebody else, then you can charge more money. As long as the value of the solution that you provide is more than the money that you ask for, you can charge a higher amount. So don't let them tell you that, oh, you have to do this first, you have to grind it out first, you have to do all this first before you can put the monetary value you want to your product or your services. It's not true. As long as your solution is greater in value, you can continue to charge more. So if you charge down here but your solution is this great, why not just charge this much? Because it's still going to make sense as long as there's a discrepancy between how much value your solution is and how much you charge. So the concept is that you start charging more money for your production, for your beats, your mixing, your mastering, but there's certain skill sets that you have to acquire and there's certain systems that you have to have in order to make this thing happen. If you just went on your BeatStars page, everyone's selling for $30 and you just go, I'm gonna sell it for $1,000. It doesn't really work that way. You're not able to present the value that your service or your product actually brings unless you're able to speak to the person. And this is where sales skills come in. So there's sets of skills that you have to acquire in order to do this, and there's also systems. And this is the system that I've learned from many mentors that are multimillionaires doing this online entrepreneur and doing way more than what I'm doing. And I've been able to build a multi-six-figure business out of music production using this. So I want to show you this for free. I'm going to explain exactly how the concept and the system works. This is a business model that you can use to sell any product or services with an online business model. And what we do here is we use a sales funnel. And no, a sales funnel is just not a tactic that you're like, oh, sales funnels don't work. I've tried it before. It's just a tool. Just like your phone is a tool. Your phone doesn't make sales for you, right? You have to pick up the phone and you utilize it as a tool to make sales for you. And that's the same thing as a sales funnel. Saying a sales funnel doesn't work is like saying your phone doesn't work or your DMs don't work. Those are all limiting beliefs and we need to get over that first of all. So this is how this works. What we're going to do is we're going to find our ideal clients and put the right message in front of them. First of all, we need to find out where they hang out, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, paid ads, whatever it is, that's where they're at. What we want to do is we want to send them through our funnel. And the top end of the funnel looks like this. We give them a free gift, whether it be free beats, or what I like to do is give out free information, because you know the most serious people that are interested in actually building a career are looking for information in different ways where they can improve. So that's what I like to offer. What you're saying here is, if you give me your name, your email, your phone number, I will give you this free guide to teach you how to grow your artistry or grow your business, whatever it is. And they sign up, and that's when you have their information and you can continue marketing to them. You can continue sending drip email sequences and continue nurturing that relationship, because again, when you're on social media, whatever platform you're on, they're the one that owns your traffic, your followers, right? They control who gets to see your content based on their algorithm, so you have no control over that. Whereas when you collect emails and phone numbers, you can speak to them at any time, however you want. When you do that, they continue going into your nurturing sequence. Then they get taken over to a VSL page, which is a video sales letter, and this is where you create a 5-15 minute video explaining why it would be beneficial for them to work with you. And essentially, once they're convinced, you can send them through to an application page where they can fill out an application, ask a couple questionnaires. You ask them, let's just say you're a producer, right? Are you looking for custom beats? Are you looking for custom work? What are you looking for? Do you have finances to invest in it? Within that funnel, depending on what they answer on a certain question, you can choose whether they get sent to the denial page or they get sent over to your calendar page so that you can book them into a phone call. So let's just say it's something like, I'm not financially ready to invest right now in any music. Cool. You get sent to a denial page. You know, this is not a good fit for you at this time. We don't want to waste each other's time getting on the phone if we don't have finances together. But they still go through your email sequences and you continue to nurture them. Secondly, if they say, yes, I am financially ready and I'm ready to invest in a producer that can deliver the right beat for me, that's where you send them to a calendar page, and this is where they pick a time to talk to you on the phone. And you jump on that phone call with them, and this is the most important part. This is where the sales skills come in, and what we're doing on the phone is we're finding out what their reasoning is behind them wanting success in their music, why this project is important to them, why they want a producer to work alongside. We want to get all those emotional reasons out, and this is something that you cannot do when you sell on an order page. If you're selling on BeatStars, the only thing that you're going off of is like, is this beat as good as this? Does this beat sound pretty similar to this, but it's a little cheaper, so I'm gonna go with that. Right? There's no emotional attachment to any of this. Whereas on the phone, you're able to build rapport, you're able to build further relationships, and you're able to pull those emotional heartstrings for them to actually get motivated to want to build a bigger project and invest more into what you have to offer if you can deliver a bigger result for them. And we can't figure this out unless we get them on the phone. And so getting them on the phone, getting them into that emotional state, getting them to be able to think this way, it's more likely for you to get them to buy when you can get them in this emotional state, because people buy based on emotion and they justify with logic. So when you look at a lower end sales funnel, let's say you get 50 beats for $20 or something like that. Everything that you're explaining to them, it just logistically makes sense. 50 beats for $20, I mean, that's a really good deal. I haven't even heard these 50 beats, but I'm gonna buy it because logistically it just makes sense. I'm getting so much for such little. Whereas if you're trying to sell like a beat for $1,000, it's gonna be hard to convince them on an order page. And this is where the phone call comes in, because you have to hit them on an emotional standpoint before they can take a deep dive like that and make that kind of investment. And so when you can do this, when you learn the proper skill sets to handle these phone calls, you are gonna start closing massive deals. And when you close these big deals, this is how you build a business faster. So it's less of a hack and it's more of learning the skill sets that matter, because these skill sets are going to take you much further in your business. Every single business owner, I don't care what you do, you have to have good sales skills, at least good enough sales skills. And the better you get with sales, the more deals you're going to close, the more people you can convince, the more negotiations you're going to win. And that's ultimately how you win in business. So this, real quickly, is how this system works as far as high ticket. Provide them a free gift, show them a video explaining what the benefits are if they work with you, send them to an application to get a questionnaire to see if they're a good fit to work with you. If not, take them to denial. If they are a good fit, take them to calendar, then get them on the phone, speak to them, and then close them as a client. And you can charge higher prices this way because you're able to build more relationship, you're able to build a more personal touch. So this is the high ticket system. So now I want to talk to you about a few reasons why the high ticket system works so well and why it's going to build your business faster. First thing is you get paid more. Remember what we agreed on? When we make more money faster, we can build a business faster. So that benefits you. That benefits your business. That grows you. You can grow your team. So you get paid faster, meaning that that you can grow your business faster. When you have more capital to work with, you can start trading that money in for some of your time back. Right now, you might be sending massive amounts of DMs. Right now, you might be getting out there and speaking to people individually. When you get money, you can start running paid ads, and the more money that you throw in paid ads, the more you get seen. And you can get seen with paid ads much faster on a much larger scale than you can if you're doing it by yourself, because you're only one person and you can only make so many impressions that is humanly possible. Whereas if you're running paid ads, you're depending on AI, they can get you out there much faster and much quicker so that you can grow your business faster. Let's just say you're setting your own appointments right now. If you had the money, you could pay a contractor to set appointments for you. Let's just say you're using this high ticket model. You're taking the phone calls right now in order to close those clients. Well, think about this. What if you could hire other people to take that phone call for you, say one person, two people, three people? You now just created more time on your calendar than you can be at one person, because your time ends up being the biggest bottleneck, and then you don't have any more time to be creative, to produce and other stuff. So you need to learn these skills so you can delegate them and you can buy your time back to do the things that truly matter. And third, you can build more relationships this way. If you met an artist and he's been buying beats off of a producer, just DMing them, buying their beats off their page, do you think they would have a stronger relationship? Or if you got on the phone with them, spoke to them about what else is happening in their life, why they want to do this music, why they want to do this for their family, why they want to grow their career, who do you think is going to have a closer relationship so that their next project, their next big project, who do you think they're going to come back to? And again, when you can get to these emotional depths with these people, they start to trust you more and they start to understand who they want to go to when it comes time to build a big project. Fourth, it adds more of a personal touch. There's a reason why people still have massive sales teams and are doing that through a human and not just automation. When it comes to sales, that's the lifeblood of your business, right? If there's no sales, there's no business, there's no capital, there's no money, your business falls and collapses. Having that human touch on the front line is very important because people start to build trust this way. People have questions about your products and your services, but they can't be answered if they're online on an order page. Sure, there's frequently asked questions, but what about those tailor-made questions to an individual that might be unique to that person? And they need those questions answered. If you can be there to answer those questions, soften the blow on the investment, and be able to overcome any objections that they have, they're going to trust you more. They're going to feel better about putting their investment into you versus just buying a cheap beat off the internet. It's not going to mean as much to them because hundreds of other people are using it. And fifth, it creates results. This is the biggest thing. We talk about money, we talk about building our business, but the biggest thing is that it gets results for your clients. If you were to sell beats online, you don't know what someone's skill level is, what their talent is, you don't know what they're capable of, and there's no way to gauge any of that besides listening to their music. Whereas if you found out the way a person thinks, the way a person talks, what their goals are, what they're trying to reach, how they're going to reach it, these are all ways that you can understand and you can tailor your services, your product to them so that it fits them properly. It's exactly what they need. That way they can get the results. And if they pay a bigger ticket amount and they invest more into something, they have more skin in the game. I don't care who it is. I don't care who you are. That's just the way it is. When I invested in online courses, it cost me $1,000. I sometimes didn't even create a username and logged into them. Yes, $1,000 is a lot of money, but is it enough for me to break my old habits and my old ways and create this new me? No, because I didn't have enough skin in the game. It didn't make enough of a dent on me. Whereas when I invested in my first coaching program and it was $10K, I took out a loan. I took out money from my savings. I borrowed money from everybody I knew just to get into this program. I did every single thing that he said, and I got the result. I got the life-changing result, and I made way more than 10K in the end. So that's the difference. When your client has more skin in the game, they're going to overperform than what's comfortable to them. They will push themselves out of their comfort zone. That way they can get the results. And this is the most important part, because this is how you create something called LTV, lifetime value of a client. And what this means is, like, they buy from you once, but you over deliver on whatever they ask, and then they'll buy from you again. They'll buy from you again. They forever trust you now. So now you have a client that really trusts in you and is going to come back to you for every project that they want. So this is how this high ticket system works. This is how you can charge more for your production, your mixing services, your mastering services, it doesn't matter. Any product or services that you sell online, you could utilize this business model. And I've explained why it's beneficial to you, but there are a few skill sets, and these are kind of like the big overarching ones that you need in order to make this thing happen. You need systems in place, right? You need to know how to build the correct sales funnel. You need to know how to tie the proper applications to it and make sure that the applications are communicating with each other. These are all things that can be learned, but they do need to be learned to make this thing work. Marketing, you obviously have to have marketing skills to be able to get those people in the door, into your sales funnel, to even convert into a client. You need sales skills. Once you get those clients in the door, you need to have that skill set to convert them from a prospect into a paying client. And there's certain ways to handle that. We might think we're good at sales, but if we're selling a piece of candy, it's a lot different than selling a boat. You know what I mean? And there's a huge distinction between the two. If you're selling something, $30 beat lease on BeatStars, all you're pitching is features and benefits, where when you're selling something a little higher ticket, there needs to be some emotion attached to it. There needs to be a reasoning behind why they want to do this, why they want to build this career, why this investment is good. And so there's skill sets that go into that. And that's not something that can necessarily be learned overnight, but I promise if you hone in these skill sets, then you're gonna blow past every other producer out there, and you're gonna blow past your competition. So if this is something you wanna learn, you wanna learn how to do high ticket sales, that's exactly what I teach in my coaching program. I give you the templates in the sales funnels so that you can just plug and play all the systems. I teach you how to do marketing, the proper messaging to attract the right people and repel those ones that are looking for free handouts. I teach you how to handle sales skills and dig deep into their psychology so that we can get them to a point where they're more comfortable with separating from their money in order to get the result that they want in their life. So this is beneficial for everybody. But if you want to learn how to do all this, I'm going to put a link in the description for you to book a phone call to speak to me and see if I can help you put all of this in your production business so that you can grow faster and you don't have to work that 9 to 5 anymore. We can finally build a career around our music. This isn't a good fit for everybody, but let's get on the phone call, see if I can help you out. The least that could happen is that you leave with more clarity on your business, even if we're not a good fit to work together. Regardless, I would love to help you out. So again, if you found this video helpful, if you found this channel helpful, please subscribe so that you can learn more about music business. Please share with your friends that want to create businesses with their music production. And I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next video.